A second holocaust may be inevitable. This time, the next act of Hitler, the Jews say this is the promised land from the Bible, and we are God's chosen. Our ancestors lived here thousands of years ago, so it belongs to us. The Palestinians say this is our home where our ancestors have lived for 1,000 years. After World War II, according to UN Resolution 181, Palestine should be about 14,900 square kilometers and Israel 11,200 square kilometers. But when Israel declared independence, it leveraged the US and has almost swallowed up all of historic Palestine. The superpowers didn't just sit idle. They've been meddling all along. United States firmly supports Israel, gives military aid and diplomatic cover because Israel is its top ally in the Middle East. And someone says the United States of America actually is the United States of Jews. Europe is split. On one hand, guilt over World War II and sympathy for Jewish suffering is politically correct. On the other hand, it cares about Palestinian humanitarian issues, but does little in practice because they fear of the United States. Russia sometimes banks Arab countries, sometimes cooperates with Israel, using the Israel-Palestine conflict to pressure the US. And in the Middle East, countries like Iran fully support Palestine and see Israel as an enemy, but are cautious and weak in action. Some Arab states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE have started engaging with Israel in recent years. In other words, this conflict is not just about two nations, it's a playground for world powers. So, why is it a stalemate? If Israel fully retreats, it fears of national security, fears history repeating itself, and can't even step back without angering domestic expansionists and Zionists. It's past dependent after nearly taking all of Palestine. They know how sweet it can be to swallow up more land, but until now they didn't suffer too much. They didn't pay the cost, so they can't realize how costly it can be in the future. If Palestine gives up or fights to the last person, it means the extinction of all Palestinians, and a shame for the post-World War II international order. World powers all talk about peace, but in reality everyone exploits the conflict. The international order has never left the jungle law behind. You think it's changed, but it hasn't. If the big guy is reasonable, there's peace. If he is ruthless, war spreads like now. The Israel-Palestine conflict is like an unsolvable equation. Everyone wants peace, but the weaker side has no retreat. Retreat means this. The stronger side has no reason to back down. It holds the advantage unless someone forces it. But the current biggest guy is banking Israel. In short of the deadlock, land too small, faith too deep, history too long, big powers interfering. Today, free Palestine may be an illusion of us. It's more like the goodwill of the righteous people around the world. It's sad, right? But it will pay back in another way, I believe. Maybe years later, Israel's crimes of genocide will be revisited. Hatred accumulates worldwide by centuries. A second holocaust may be inevitable. This time, the next act of Hitler could come from a Muslim country in the Middle East. When that happens, Israel could be destroyed, and Jews worldwide would be dragged into the fallout. Question is, are they innocent? Well, I'd like to ask you, when an avalanche falls, which snowflake is innocent? Follow me, an Eastern perspective on the world.